Hello and welcome to Nasha's Art. This video will show you how to draw a woolly mammoth from the Ice Age. We're going to start by drawing the big shapes first. On this side, we're going to do towards the top of our paper a circular oval. Then, leaving a little gap, we're going to do a long oval. I'm going to leave another small gap here, and we're going to do a large oval like this. One, two, three. Maybe you noticed that the ovals are going not horizontal, but at an angle, up like this. The next thing we're going to do is draw the outline of the top of the mammoth. Firstly, I'm going to add a curved line between this and this oval. I'm then going to add an extra bump. Mammoths seem to have a sort of lump or bump on the top of their head. Now, this is his shoulder, and a little dip between here and his lovely round bottom, coming down to his leg. I'm going to make this lump just a bit smaller. Over the forehead, and I'm going to now do his long curvy trunk, and you see there's a double line there, and the trunk needs to get fatter as you go up. Okay, so I'm now going to go from the back of the trunk. I'm just going to put a light line in between the shoulder, which is about here, and underneath his chin. Because he has long hair, apparently mammoth's fur was about a foot long, so most of this will be covered with hair, but I'm just going to show it for now so we know what's going on. And we've got part of his sort of shoulder, which is going to come down into his leg, and I'm going to make it a little bit longer than this one. This isn't quite long enough, but we'll fix that in a minute. They come in a little bit and then they come out in this large sort of pad that curves at one end, curves at the other end, and in again, so you have like almost like a little wrist, and then the back of the leg, which we're going to come up and out, and again lots of that will be covered with fur. I'm just going to make sure I'm happy with this shape, so I'm going to come out, come down, curve in and come out for the pad like that. There we are. I'm now going to go to the back leg, came round, make sure it's about the same length as this leg. I'm going to do it around about here. Come around for the large pad. I'm going to make this a little more curved. I'm going to come around the other side and in and up, getting fatter at the top here. I'm going to just draw the outline of probably where his fur will be, because that will be underneath his tummy. There's lots of fur going on, and then we're going to try behind the fur to just put in his back leg. Well, it's the front leg, but the one behind this leg, so his other front leg, which we'll have as if he's walking. And we won't make it as long as these two legs because it's behind, isn't it? Give him his ankles and curve it up as if he's walking. And finally, we'll do his last leg as if he's actually mid-step. So I'm going to bring that leg out from behind here as if he's actually taking that step. There we are. Finally, we want his, I'm going to take off these circles. Remember we drew these circles, so I'm just rubbing that off. And we want to give him the right shaped bottom and a little bit of a tail. A little bit of a tail there. So remember, lots of this is going to be hair. So we can just show lightly that sort of hairiness. And I'm going to show lightly here as well, that hairiness. So we start to realise that he's got lots more hair on his body. All this is like hair here. He's got hair on his shoulder. And he's got a hairy side to him as well. All to keep warm in the Ice Age. The last thing I'm going to do is rub off these circles because they were just to help me draw him properly. Then let's give him his eye, which is probably about here, and I'm going to do one curved line like that and the other curved line underneath. I'm going to double it up so there's two lines inside and out. Can you see there's two curved lines there? All this is going to be hairy as well, and they actually had quite small ears. So we're not going to put large ears in. They had much smaller ears than elephants that exist now. So we don't want to make those too big, those ears. All this is going to be hair that we can colour in later. Finally, we need to add the large tusks. They start from here. I've done a curved line. And I'm now going to do this large curved tusk shape, like that. And the other one behind, curving like this. I've done it a little bit fat, so I'm just going to make it a bit thinner, and I'm going to rub off the trunk that came through. So just a little bit thinner, nice and curved. There we are, it's a bit better. And they come over the trunk. You can see they come over the trunk there, so you can rub off the bit of trunk that was showing through to show that they're in front. I'm just going to show a bit of hair there, a bit of fur, and I'm now going to outline it all in black. It should look much better. Any black marker will do for this next step. I'm using one of these graphic microns, but you could use a Sharpie or any kind of black marker. When you're doing the outline, and you want to show the sort of fur, you can do these sort of V shapes of different sizes that help show that it's furry. I'm carrying on with showing the direction the fur is growing. When I come to colour this later, and when you come to add colour, you can then use different kinds of browns to bring out lighter and darker bits of fur. With a light coloured brown, start adding the very light colours first, and then add in the darker colours next for shadows. Remember to do under the tummy, behind the ear, under the chin, and the very back legs, the ones that are behind, do them in the darkest colour that you can. Use your colouring pencils to also show the direction that the fur is growing. I hope this tutorial was useful. Please do like and subscribe. You can also find me on Instagram at Nash Henkel Art.